Have you ever had to follow somebody, maybe to go somewhere, you're in a vehicle behind and you suddenly find yourself in traffic or people are cutting you off? It's really annoying where you lose sight of the person that you're trying to follow because you know they're the ones who will lead you correctly to the destination you want to go. We want to talk about the significance of keeping your eye on the person that you follow. So please stay with me for the next few moments here on CITAM Church Online. My name is Reverend Kwame Rubadiri. In the book of Joshua in the Old Testament, there is a situation which occurs between two good friends, two workmates, if you will, after a very, very long period of time had passed. In Joshua chapter 14, Joshua has successfully led the children of Israel across the Jordan into the promised land. And in fact, they've done a really good job of overcoming the tribes that are there and destroying all the opposition and the armies that are coming against them, defeating them, and taking possession, taking control of the land. Now, as the process of allocation begins, a friend of Joshua's shows up. His name is Caleb. Or Caleb, as some people would say. Caleb comes to Joshua in chapter 14 and verse 6 and says the following to his friend. Now the people of Judah, the tribe of Judah, approached Joshua at Gilgal, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, said to him, "You know what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, at Kadesh Barnea, about you and me. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of God, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to explore the land, and I brought back a report according to my convictions. But my fellow Israelites who went up with me made the hearts of the people melt in fear. I, however, followed the Lord my God wholeheartedly." Now, that's an interesting word because in the original Hebrew, it simply means to keep my eye on the one I am following. In other words, Caleb did not look to the left or to the right. He was focused on the Lord God that he was following because he knew that God's purpose, God's plan for Israel would come to pass. Not only the plan for the whole nation, but the plan for him, because God had promised him through Moses that he would have possession of the very land on which he had walked. Now, Caleb had a lot of things going up against him. There was a battle going on. There was a war of possession and dispossession of the enemy that was going on. There was a huge period of time, 45 years from the time that he gave this good report, as he says, to Joshua, that he and Joshua gave to Moses. 45 years have passed. And he says to Joshua, I have followed God wholeheartedly. I have kept my eye on God for 45 years. Now, some of us find it difficult to concentrate for 45 minutes or even 45 seconds. But here is a man who recognized that whatever God says, whatever he promises, however hard it might seem, however discouraged we might feel, God's promise is going to take place. So keep your eye on him. Follow him. Follow his direction every single day. Hopefully, it's not going to take 45 years for his promises to be fulfilled in your life. But whatever happens, whatever the opposition, whatever the difficulty, follow God wholeheartedly with everything that is within you. So when God says that Caleb followed him wholeheartedly with all of his heart, he's basically saying that Caleb never took his eye off me and followed me until the moment he could possess this land. We're going to be dealing with that in a few more sessions together. I hope that your heart is encouraged. Perhaps you've been discouraged by some opposition that has come your way, maybe some difficulties that you've had to face. Maybe there's a whole war raging around you. But in spite of all that, don't turn to the left or to the right. Keep your eye wholeheartedly on God, and he will bring you to your favorable destination. God bless you.